everyone, Steve here for Who Took My Dice Miniature Wargaming. How's everybody doing today? It's Monday. Time for this is a little bit different one. It's still about the sons of Russ and Guilliman. I'm going to work on that, of course. But also last week I said I was going to do a Q&A. Unfortunately, I got sick. I'm still feeling a little bit right now. But yeah, I wanted to do both. Unfortunately, because I was sick, I didn't really get much done. I got a few things sort of worked on over the weekend, and I'll flip down to those in a second. One of them I'm working on right now, just re-accessorizing and repainting a soon-to-be captain, and also have another little guy here. Keep him secret. We'll get to that in a minute. First off, I wanted to just go through the Q&A. So I got I got 3 questions this time. It's from some pretty cool guys. So I'm going to read those out, and I answer them as I work on these guys. Yeah, so I tried to do this last week. I got my video out and then I got really sick. It just kind of happened really weird. I don't know where it came from. Probably one of the kids, they're in school and daycare, so it sometimes that means they bring home germs and then I have to deal with it. And I deal with it by getting sick. So sometimes it's not the most fun thing. All right, so let's dive right into the questions right away. So the first one is from Idig Beer 40K, good friend Nick. It says, I am wondering where you game. Do you have a local group or store, or is it just with friends in the basement? For the most part, it's usually friends in the basement, so to speak. It's not usually even in a basement anymore. The reason for that is it's just been more fun for me that way. I have done stuff with gaming groups before. There was a gaming group that was here in Carlton Place where I live several years ago. Fortunately, it wasn't the best gaming group. And there's another gaming group that I've hung out with, I think once or twice, but time just doesn't seem to allow that right now. I have played with a few friends a little while ago, a couple years ago. I really haven't had a lot of time since I've been back in school. But yeah, usually it was on the table here. Move all the stuff off, put down train, have a quick game or two. It was usually just what time allowed. That's kind of where I played my games. Kind of saw in the battle report I did there. It was just sort of throw down some train and play with friends. I wish I could get back to the gaming group. I'm hoping that with school, did I touch that? When school gets, when I'm done with school, I should say, I'll have more time to commit to having an actual, finding an actual gaming group. It would be fun to have one. I do miss having a group to play with. It did allow for, some more cool ideas, and you get to talk and get some different perspectives on things than what you're normally used to. Just gonna get this shoulder pad painted up here. So yeah, well, thank you, Nick, for that awesome question. That's great. I hope you guys all have your own gaming groups or friends' basements and all that. It's cool to uh, to have that sort of camaraderie and that connection, and helps you build up your own personal community before you get to the bigger hobby community, right? And it kind of goes to the next one. So I got one from, let's see here, Wolf Brother Mythos. So he's got he's got a ton of questions for me. Okay. So the first one, in your last Q&A, you said you were hoping to get some games in over Christmas break. Were you able to? Gamers, I guess, need the therapy. Unfortunately, no, I wasn't. I tried really hard. I was hoping to hit up the local Games Workshop store. I never really had the time, either through work or family stuff. I have a pretty large family uh, through marriage and my parents' divorce, so there's lots of people to see around Christmas. So yeah, unfortunately, no, I didn't, Mythos. Question number 2. Would you share with us the best game ever from your years of tabletop experience? Um, Best game ever would probably be from my time at Games Workshop. There was a younger kid there, not kid, he wasn't a kid then. He was in his mid-teens when I was there. This was years ago. And we had some awesome battles. It was his orcs versus my ultramarines, and we had the best game ever. Would be two games. We had two games. There was just we had so much fun. The dice rolls, everything, the story we were telling on the tabletop, the whole shebang from start to finish was just great. I think the first game we had, there was at the end of it, they were pretty bloody too. I think there was five models on the table, four models on the table. It was his, it was a looted wagon, his war boss, and a knob, and an ultramarine sergeant. And my sergeant tried to blow up. His tank couldn't do it, so that was the end of the game. He won. And the second one, I won by three Devastator Marines. This is way back in, wow, fourth or fifth? I can't remember now. It was way back in the day. 2000 and, I think it was probably 2007. So yeah, about 10 years ago now. That was my first time. And I managed to, I think at that point there was maybe seven models on the table at the end. I think there was four orcs and three Devastator Marines. And so I was able to win because I still had a over half of a squad left. So yeah, that was be those would be my best games ever. All right, question three: what is the coolest memory you have from working at Games Workshop? Oh, the coolest memory. Um, there's a bunch of them. Oh, there's so many. I mean, that game was a cool memory. I think one of the coolest memories I have from working Games Workshop was there's so many. It's hard to choose one particular memory. There was lots of laughter. That was a great time. That's a hard question. I think the greatest memory I had was when there was this young family came in. Their kid, well, not young family. There was a younger kid who came in, and he was just blown away with it. I spent See, it's a long drawn out memory. It isn't just this one event. I spent a bunch of time with him, and he grew from like being able to barely paint into a really awesome hobbyist all around. He had so much fun, and I helped him get there. And I think that was probably the greatest memory from when he first came in, and he didn't know what he was doing, running that first intro game, getting him to sit down and paint, seeing that his parents actually got it, and seeing the joy in his eyes when he like, wow, this is so awesome, right? Selling him his first starter set. I think it was fantasy, and then step by step, seeing him week in and week out as he grew and he built up this army. He understood. He played more games. It was great. That was probably my favorite memory. Seeing someone go from absolutely knowing nothing to someone who really understood and had fun with the hobby and just everything. It was great. That's probably my greatest memory. Um, so number four, what hobby things are you most proud of? Took the most skill to do, painting, building, or otherwise. Wow, that I'm most proud of. Most proud of. It's not something I have with me right now. It's actually put away right now, but I will post a second video with that model. I took me forever to do. It was one of the first things I really kind of stepped outside my comfort zone on, and I built a little diorama on a base uh, with a space with it's an ultramarine fighting a word bear, um, and I put pretty much all my skill into it. It was really really difficult because I had to build up the base. I had to do a ton of cutting and maneuvering of little bits. A lot of kit bashing on this one, not in terms of scale of the kit, but what I had to do. And I mean, I used paper clips in this, lots of green stuff, bits of the old fantasy uh, buildings. It's actually little pieces of plastic that you had. This is way back in the day with fantasy, where you had their terrain was a paper building with plastic supports, and so and then maneuvering the space marine, painting it, which was tough. Getting the face done on the Ultramarine, it was definitely a big challenge for me. It took me a long time to finish. That's I'll post some images on the Instagram for that and on the Facebook page, and I will put up a video showing off that model. That's probably the thing I'm most proud of Mostly because part was a challenge as well from my store manager at the time, who was this guy bled Games Workshop, and he was fantastic. I'm not going to mention any names, but he was fantastic, absolutely amazing. I learned a lot from him, a lot, not just about painting and hobbying, but other stuff as well about just lots of stuff. It was crazy. It was fun. Yeah, that's probably the most challenging and thing I'm most proud of. Mostly because part of his challenge was like, all right, I need you to learn how to paint eyes, and so it was a test on me painting eyes, and that's really difficult. But yeah, so that is what I'm most proud of. It really took me out my comfort zone. It took a lot of time. It challenged me in ways I hadn't been before. So last one. I come from a family that's both Asian and Italian, so in a way, food is love. What are your favorite foods or meals? Pick both a comfort food favorite and a something special food. And it's not last question. Sorry, I'm not reading this. Like something you deserve or earned. Oh my lord. Pick a comfort food. Comfort food favorite will be pizza. I love pizza. Pizza and I, we have a special relationship. Pizza and I go way back. It's good. Pizza, I love pizza. Pizza, pizza, pizza. And something special food, like something you deserve or earned. Ooh, something special food. Well, if you're going on the whole Italian and Asian ancestry here, well, my ancestry is Scottish and Irish and English and Welsh. It's just that whole little island there. But one that I love to eat, and some people hate it, some people love it, haggis. I could eat haggis all day long. And people are like, oh, it's disgusting. It's prepared in the intestines of a sheep. Oh my god. No, you don't. It's not like they plump down a sheep's stomach, rip it open, and go enjoy. I mean, they probably did back in the day, and it probably really manly, put some hair in your chest. But haggis, definitely haggis, 100% haggis. I love it, love it. Um, yeah, no, that would definitely be the one that I would earn because haggis is delicious, delicious, delicious stuff. If you haven't had it, try it. You hear people go, oh, like I said, just try it, enjoy, right? Challenge yourself in a culinary fashion. Have some. It's great. And sorry, the last one now, six. What kind of music does my battle brother enjoy? And these are, as I said, all from Wolf Brother Mythos. So, um, I enjoy sort of all types. Um, it depends on the song. If I fall in love with the song, I'll listen to the song until I'm blue in the face. I know being growing up in the 80s and 90s, there's definitely a certain genre that I probably lean to. I was a big fan back in the day of sort of the Brit rock slash pop. It varies. Things like I mean, I loved Blur, Bush, um, Oasis, The Verve. Uh, yeah, that's a small example. There's back in the '90s, music. I'm going to sound like the old man saying this. Back in the '90s, music was so much better than now. There was it was better. There was something about the music. There was a resurgence of the Brit scene for a while there with things like Oasis, Verve, Blur, just all those different ones. It was crazy. It was crazy. So yeah, that's I guess that genre eh, I enjoy that. I mean, I listen to the Beatles, Rolling Stones, Queen, so many stuff. Led Zeppelin, AC/DC. Like it's just songs than any one thing. I just boom, 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 right? Uh, Simon and Garfunkel. It's all over the place, right? And it tends, as I've gotten older, the music I enjoy has tended to get older. I don't know, maybe that's an old person thing. Just take me out back. I'm old now. I'm done. I'm over the hill. Throw me out. Whatever. Get off my lawn, you dang kids. Maybe I'm just old now, but I've always liked that older stuff. My dad listened to it when he was younger, so yeah, that's generally that's generally what I go for. All right, so that I think that's all the questions here. I haven't looked at these in a while, but yeah, no, that would be it. So thank you, Nick. Live long and prosper, my friend. Thank you, both Brother Mythos. I'm going to put both the links to their Facebook pages and their channels uh, in the description below. But at the same time, I wanted to also get to, and guys, thank you very much. Please keep sending questions. Amethos, that was absolutely awesome. A whole ton of questions. Thank you for spending that time. You said I would think about this all day. Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you very much. Taking a whole day to get questions. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Same to you, Nick. Thank you for the question. An awesome question as well. So now into the second part, I'm gonna flip it around to a table down view, like my friend Richard says, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, and here we have what I've worked on this week so far while dealing with my sickness since last Monday. So I built up this beautiful little guy right here, another Ultramarine to go with that tactical squad. Gave him a grav gun. Grav guns are awesome. Good against lots of things like Chaos Marines and heavy machinery. And it's not bad to have the salvo option in it with as well. Oh, sorry, back up. So that's one guy. And this is someone you've probably seen before if you've seen my older videos. He was sort of a sergeant. What I've done is I actually took off his other shoulder pad, which was just a bare one, and I put another Ultramarines one in there. I'm just putting the base coat on now. And I'm going to paint over that tactical squad symbol with what I'm not sure yet. I'm actually looking for a Blood Angel shoulder pad I have, strangely enough. There's one I have that has these big sort of swooping wings on it, and in the middle is, I guess, a skeletal figure holding a chalice. I'm going to, once I find it, it's in my bits box somewhere, I'm going to cut the chalice off, just so he has one of those cool swooping wing type shoulder pauldrons. And the other thing, so if you see that the sword there and the bolter are painted up gold, that's because I usually give this guy either the Emperor's Teeth chainsword or the Primarch's Wrath gun, the bolter there. I am going to repaint the bolter though, because I was actually reading, see I painted up gold to make it look sort of antique-y and, you know, a relic of long ago. But what I'm going to do is actually paint up silver, because reading the description, and it says it's covered in a silver, a moonlit silver, some such thing. So yeah, that's going to sort of be his upgrade. So he's going to be a captain, and this guy's going to join the tactical squad. Really, that's all I really had time for between school and trying to rest. I spent most of the day Tuesday just resting in bed. I was really sick. But yeah, so that is what I've gotten so far. It's what I've been working on here. I kind of got into talking more with my questions and painting. But yeah, so that is really the short part. Unfortunately, not very much. I hope to get more done for next Monday. But I'm going to go back to a top view. All right, there you go, guys. There it is. Got the Q&A done. Thank you, everybody who sent questions. Nick at Beer 40K and Wolf Brother Mythos at Frost and Fist. That's kind of where I'm going to end it now. Because I got to get more painting done. I kind of want the shoulder pad done and repaint the bolter. And for some whatever reason today, maybe my head's still off. I'm kind of having trouble talking and doing two things at once. I don't know. I just hope to get better soon. But yeah, so that's sort of where I've got now. Another Marine to add to that tactical squad, and working on a captain. Actually, one last thing. The cool thing about this guy is I actually painted him up after playing the Space Marine game. And I decided that that's where the gold came from. I decided to sort of emulate Captain Titus there, and sort of give this gold wrapping around everything. You can see it in the Codex. Marines have all this gold around all the joints. I might actually add more to that. But I'm gonna wrap it up there, guys. As usual, if you like what you saw, please share, please like, and please subscribe. It means more to me than you possibly know. It really means a lot. And please send more questions. I'm going to do another Q&A in 2 weeks from now. And I hope to get some more awesome questions. Those were fantastic. So as usual, guys, thank you very much. I'll see you later and keep rolling those dice.